Hola, soy Dani. Howdy everybody, Dani here. I hope that you're having a wonderful Wednesday. We've been talking about words of affirmation this week, and I wanted to talk about a really special word, a word that has a lot of power, and that word is I'm sorry. So before we dive in, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna light our chalice for the ability to forgive and be forgiven. So, chalice is lit. So why would I say sorry is such a powerful word? Well, everybody makes mistakes. Everyone does the wrong thing every now and again. I mess up, you mess up, everybody does it. But what's really powerful is sometimes we have the ability to learn from our mistakes. And sometimes we have the ability to see that our mistakes have an effect on somebody else. And when we do that, when we acknowledge that, we open ourselves up for an opportunity to connect to someone else in a really genuine and good way and make sure that we can hear each other. And it allows us to love more deeply. And one of the things that we as Unitarian Universalists believe in is the ability of love to change the world. And one of the ways that we can make someone feel really loved is to admit when we've done something wrong. Because when we care about people, we don't put our pride before them. We're able to take a step back and say, I love you, so I can admit that I made a mistake. And because I love you, I will try to be better. So because of that, I always say that an apology has multiple parts. You might be wondering, what are the parts to the apology? Well, the first part of an apology is, what did I do wrong? So maybe I forgot to do my chores. So that's a really easy thing. I'm sorry that I didn't do my chores. There you go. You admit what you did wrong. Then you can say you acknowledge how your action affected that other person. I know that when I didn't do my chores, it made it harder for you to get things done in your day. And that affected the whole family. So if I don't do the dishes, then my partner can't put the dishes away, which means that when it's dinner time, we don't have the dishes to do the food. So I'm sorry I didn't do those chores, because I can see that it affected you that way. Oh no, my books are attacking me. Where the wild things are just went wild and fell down, because I bumped into the table. The next part of an apology, after you admit what you did wrong and you can say that you see how it affected other people, is to then say how you're going to try to make it better. Maybe it's you're just going to do the thing you forgot to do. So I'll try to remember to do the dishes from now on, or I'll go do those dishes right now. And then the last part is, and this is an important part, is asking if you're good. So asking if you've gotten it all. Do you accept my apology? It's a hard thing to ask somebody and go through all of those steps, because it means admitting that you weren't perfect. But it's okay to not be perfect, because being perfect is boring, right? And when you do that, you make it more possible for them to admit when they make mistakes. And that allows for you to have better connections. And when you apologize to your friends and you acknowledge their feelings, and they feel loved and they feel heard, and it makes that friendship grow even stronger. So, those are the parts of the apology. That's why sorry and forgiveness is such a big word of affirmation. And I want to let you in on another little secret. Sometimes the person we have to apologize to is us. Sometimes we make mistakes and we use unkind words with ourselves. Sometimes we don't make the best choices and then we have to live into those consequences. And you can do the same thing for yourself. You can say, you know, I'm sorry that I did that. I'm sorry that I made those poor choices. But I'm going to do better about making poor choices, because I can see that this affected me negatively. Because you deserve to be talked to with self-love too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and extinguish the chalice. I want you to remember that even though the flame goes out, the fire of community lives on in our hearts. You are loved. You are cherished, and you are not alone. Until next time, everyone.